Kung Fu, the term itself, means hard work. Whether it's technical or whether it's a mental or psychological thing that you are improved, that's already excellent. Well, I haven't had breakfast this morning, so that's I had a coffee and a protein shake. That was my morning. I've got 2 young children, so really busy life. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yes. My name is Gabor Spenger. I'm 39 years old. I'm a full-time Wing Chun Kung Fu teacher. Because I always wanted to do a martial art. I was always fascinated by it. I was like 7, 8, 9 years old, so if I watched a movie, I was immediately in my bedroom doing press-ups and doing the karate or kung fu moves that they were doing in the movies. Association is Spenger. He's been my student since 2013, but we do know each other for a very long time. We used to go together to high school. It's actually a very interesting story because it's him who introduced me to Wing Chun. He's Raza. He's a second highest level teacher. We've been training together for a very, very long time. With Matthew, we have met in our old school in Bromley. And seeing Hari, he's a core member of our teachers group. He's running the website and he's building the website. So if you need a good website, there you go. You can turn to him. Actually, seeing Matthew is doing the same job, and seeing Raza is doing the same job. So there is a very good crew of IT Wing Chun masters here. Some of them are going to school still. It's a constant improvement. You know, whether you're a gardener, a painter, or an artist, it doesn't matter. You'll find something that applies to you in Wing Chun. It's a very personal martial art. What is the sole thing that you want to change in your life? In my belief, Wing Chun has got an answer for every question.
I just feel confident as well. So obviously, I'm not good to go and beat up people. But obviously, you have to use it in certain situations. This could probably be the reason why. But overall, I use it for fitness as well.
I can tell you what really gets me about it is that you're totally focused on what you're doing for 2 hours or 3 hours, how long it is, and you have to be present. There's nothing more mindful than doing Wing Chun because you're going to get hit if you're wondering about what am I going to have for dinner or this happened yesterday.
I was Kung Fu sisters and brothers because we've been training really good, looking after each other, and we are like a family. Everyone is looking after everyone. Everyone put himself at the same level, no one higher, no one lower.
Kung Fu, the term itself, means hard work. Whether it's technical or whether it's a mental or psychological thing that you're improving, as long as you come into a class and you leave with 1% improvement, you've already done a good job. Hoima, Yi Chikimema, Gan, Huan, Haojian. Now Wing Chun looks after my whole family by me looking after my Wing Chun family. Every day my motivation is to come and teach my students. To look around you and to see that this is what I've created over the last 10 years and to see people getting master grades, becoming teachers and also nurturing other young people. This is the real motivation for me to keep going and to live my life happily.
I'm quite interested in Taoism, which is one of the main principles that the Wing Chun is built upon. Although we don't really talk too much about it in class, when you actually know a little bit about this background, it all makes a lot of sense and you can actually apply it the way you practice and how you progress in your journey.
And I think generally you understand the way Chinese people think. You understand it much better by learning a little bit of their language. And I think the language is always open, is always a door to the culture itself, be it Chinese, be it Hungarian, be it English culture. When you say Yi Chi Ki Mia Ma, which is the stance, the character 2 goat riding stance. So we translate everything into Hungarian or into English. right? So character 2 is like this, written like this in Cantonese, one short line over a long line. So if you put your toes onto the short and the heels onto the long line, that gives you the position of the feet. And the goat riding resembles like if you're riding a horse, you have to have your legs wide apart, wide open. But if you're riding or trying to ride a goat, then you have to obviously squeeze it together with your knees. So it describes perfectly the positions that you have to bring up.
Seeing respect to each other. The history of Wing Chun comes down from roughly about 350 years ago. So when it was created in the Shaolin Temple by 5 leading masters, it was kept as a secret. So you would not just open a school and teach it like how we do it. Yeah. You would just teach it to your son or to your cousin. And then finally we get to Grandmaster Yip Man, who is very famous from being the master of Bruce Lee.
I mean, before it was only Chinese males who could learn it. And now women, children, Caucasians, whoever you are, you can learn it. Because I think the soul in a human being is not about where you're from.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I'm actually from Hong Kong but grew up in Spain. I think that growing up, I always considered myself Spanish, but actually now that I go back from time to Hong Kong at the same time, while I'm there, I can actually see the comparison between how my upbringing is quite different to perhaps other families in Spain, and comparing that and being able to speak about that now with my friends as well. It's quite enlightening for them too. So a process of self-discovery, I'd say.
2, 1, 2.
It came from China. It uses Cantonese as its main language traditionally, and we have to do everything to keep this alive.
Lan, Tan, Jisombong.
One of my proudest moments was when a young boy called Rupert came in to learn Wing Chun, and his father was just watching from the side. He had his first lesson, which is a free lesson, and he was from Hong Kong. And when I finished the class, his father came over to me, bowed to me, shook my hand, and he said that this, what I just experienced here, is unbelievable. To see that a Caucasian person is teaching Cantonese words, my traditional martial art, is just second to none. That one experience has already made sure that I'm going to do this till the end of my life, and I'm never going to leave the words alone.